First, let's take the crude faction out of the way and let's bring on board Mriganka Jaipuriar, the Associate Editorial Director, Asia and Middle East at Platts. Joins us on the phone line right now. Mriganka, hi, morning. Just help us understand as to what does Trump exiting out of the Iran deal really imply, and what is it that we're seeing right now on our screens? Would you say that this is just the start of it all and crude could soon surge to maybe $80, $85 per barrel too?
So let me start off by, explaining to you what is going on. And in the near term, what we're seeing right now is, of course, an immediate near-term concern about supply disruptions. I think the market is expecting about 200,000 to 500,000 barrels per day of Iranian crude supply to get disrupted because of Trump's decision to walk out from the sanctions deal. But I think more than that, what has this morning is OPEC coming out and saying that they're sticking to their production cut agreement despite potential supply disruptions from Iran. I think that, coming at a time when stocks, global oil stocks are declining to close to 5-year averages, when demand is very healthy. I mean, if you look at the U.S. unemployment rate, it's at the lowest level ever. Demand is expected, U.S. oil demand is expected to stay quite healthy. You've got the peak driving demand season, so crude stocks are going to go down lower. So you've got all the supply tightness creeping into the market. You've got potential supply disruptions out of Iran, and OPEC saying, we're going to stick to our 1.8 million barrels per day production cut. And I think that is what in the near term is driving prices up. Now, the upside is probably, I think, given the fact that there is all this excess supply still in the market, right? OPEC could turn taps on. Russia's got 300,000 barrels per day, which it has cut, which it could bring back to the market. So there is that little bit of buffer. You've got U.S. export capacity rising. You've got that little bit of buffer, which is capping the upside for now.
My immediate follow-up question would be that, we both know that the Arabs and the Shias and the Sunnis, they cannot see each other eye to eye. Do you think somewhere Iran would be tempted to come out of OPEC? A, B, shale gas. I mean, where is shale gas? And for all those who'd written an obituary for crude 12 or 18 months ago, the obituary was centered around the fact that if crude prices go higher, shale gas will automatically come into the market.
Talking about Iran exiting OPEC, I haven't heard of anything of those thoughts. At the peak of their geopolitical differences between Iran, Saudi Arabia, Russia, you've got all these differences where Yemen is concerned, where Syria is concerned. You still had all these countries aligning to cut production at a time when prices were low. So I think that they maintain a difference over there, that whatever their issues are on the political front, on the geopolitical side, does not creep into the OPEC alliance, into the OPEC, non-OPEC alliance. Talking about, I think you're talking about U.S. shale oil production coming on stream. Prices, yes, that is a possibility. But I think the bigger concern in the market right now is the complete drying up of investments that we've seen in the last 2 to 3 years. Since 2015, investments in the upstream sector, investments in projects have completely dried up. So the concern right now is 2 years down the road, as demand keeps creeping up, and there's only so much that U.S. shale oil can add to supply. You've got all these projects that have not been invested in, and you'll have a supply years ahead. So, I think that is a big concern for the markets right now, and that is the tune that OPEC, the Saudi Energy Minister Khalid Al-Falih or the UAE Oil Minister have been singing, that we need to get that investment going. We absolutely have to get that investment going, because we do not want to see prices creeping up to $150 per barrel down the road, a few years down the road, because that is definitely going to lead to demand destruction, which is not good news for oil producers.
Okay, Mriganka, we'll leave it at that. Thanks much for really highlighting as to Trump exiting the Iran deal, what it really means, what happens next, and what are the repercussions for crude oil prices.